Hello, Adam. Welcome. The next session's just finishing up at the moment. If you'd like to let me know if you need anything, if you're sharing videos or PowerPoints or anything like that. I'll be here, but with my video turned off, so you can either turn your video on to say hello or message me in the chat. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi.
I'm Yolanda, by the way. I'm helping Steve
How are you?
this conference. Are you going to be having any screen sharing or videos or anything like that? No.
No. Super low tech. Basic.
And would you like people to be visible on screen?
Yeah.
Because attendees aren't automatically visible, but we can ask them to raise a hand if they'd like to be visible.
Yeah, I'd love them to be visible. Yeah. At least some of them. This is webinar format, isn't it? Rather than.
Webinar format rather than a meeting.
Yeah. Okay. How is the consistency of my connection so far? All good?
It's fine, yeah. Audio's
Okay.
fine, visual fine, all working okay.
I'm at a friend's place and I'm in Germany on the road. Not sure how their Wi-Fi is, but it seems pretty good.
Yeah, you did just cut out a little bit then when you moved, but hopefully it stays consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I haven't used this before, so I'm just looking at all these little buttons. Sharing
So
options, don't need that. Okay, polls,
we've
don't need
got
that.
different types of presence. We'll have it so that you're mainly visible for the recording, but if you'd like to see a gallery view, you have that option just under your video.
I would love that, yes. So at the moment, because there's only you,
Yeah, at
I'm
the
getting
moment, it
the
won't take
gallery
very
option.
but once we start and we've got a few people on screen, we can change to a gallery view and have people visible.
I'm not actually seeing a gallery view button.
It's
What
called
does what does it look like?
Constant
Con-
presence. It's like a grid square.
hmm.
Got active speaker, active presence, and constant presence to be just under the video of me.
Got it. Yeah, thank you. Brilliant. I'm a little disconcerted by having to use a new platform.
I know it's not the easiest. We all got used to Zoom, and now we're moving to something else. But it does offer a lot better integration with our web platform and technical
Mhm.
support. And they've got closed captioning, which makes it a lot more accessible.
I see. For other languages, for
Yeah, well,
translation.
the captions are in English, but they are going to translate all of the keynotes into
Mm.
a lot of different languages. But still, for the
Mm.
hearing impaired, then yeah, it makes it accessible for them.
Okay. Uh,
So I know that the last session he was trying to get in quite a lot, so they might be slightly overrunning. It's meant to be finished now, but probably in the next couple of minutes.
Okay. No worries. And we're running from 9 until 9:50, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, well, 8 until 8:50. Are you in England?
I am in England. Yeah. So it's 8 till 8:50 here.
Okay. Setting up my little clock so I don't lose track. Okay. How's it been going?
It's been going really well. There's been a few technical issues that we're ironing out as we go, mainly concerning the PowerPoints and stuff. So you're happy you're not doing that. And finding the people, being able to find the links. But yeah, getting it all of those sorts of problems resolved. So by the time the embodiment conference comes along, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Excellent. If I want any kind of interaction with participants, how does that work?
So
Can they speak?
the people that are on screen will normally have their mics off, but they can unmute themselves, or we can unmute them, be able to speak. Everyone else would be writing in the chat or asking Q&As.
Okay. So if someone asks a question, are you the person who can sort of collate those and pick out useful stuff?
It will be either me or Steve. I think that Steve's going to sort of hop across once the other session finishes, so he'll be the main tech support for this session.
Okay, cool.
We have our first attendee has come in. Hello, Lara. Adam would love people to be visible for this, so if you're happy to have your camera on, please raise the hand that says request interactivity, and I can give you camera privileges.
Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? Camera privileges.
Yeah, we've got a few more coming in now. Christina and Maya, also the first people to enter the room. If you'd like to be visible on screen, please raise a hand and I can let you turn your video on.
So something just told me that Lara has been promoted to be a presenter. Does that mean she's turned her camera on?
So her camera will
Congratulations,
be coming.
Lara.
There we go. There's Lara.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Hi.
Yay, nice to see you too. Okay, I gotta grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Where's my mute? There's my mute button if I want it.
If anyone else would like to be visible on screen, please raise a hand and request interactivity. We'll be starting the session in about 4 minutes.
Hello, Steve. How's it going?
Nice to see you. Lovely matching white shirt and AirPods there. Looking lovely.
Oh, yeah. I like to match my tech with my t-shirts.
It's all about fashion. That's all it's about. Like, it's just the exteriors, nothing inside. That doesn't matter.
How are you doing, Steve?
Yeah, doing well. We've had 2 days and it's going well. A few glitches along the way, as I'm sure you're aware, and trying to adjust to VJs. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it works out. I'll just let you know as well, just because there was something during the last speaker.
Mhm.
We'll change the view here on the screen such that people can view different, like either everyone or single people or just you or whatever. You can also change on the bottom left of your screen. So if I change it
Yeah.
so that people view you, you can change
Gone
that
over
as well.
this.
Yeah. Yolanda sorted me out with that
Already done.
You've
piece.
got yeah, right.
I'm all up. I reckon I'm all up to speed.
I'll just go crawl into my hole. I'm not needed. Yolanda's eating dinner, so
No,
I'm going to
don't
be.
do that, Steve. You are needed. We love you and
Yeah,
you're needed.
you're definitely needed because I am going to need some dinner at some point.
Dinner's for the weak. What's this self-care? People are starting to join again, and people are already on Facebook and streams and wherever else you are. 4 different ways of viewing this.
Would you remind me what we're doing? Are we leaving like 5 minutes at the end for kind of wrapping up? And is there other things you want to say before we get to 10 minutes before the hour?
Yeah, so we wrap this up at 50 past and kick everyone off to the next stage. So yeah, if you can be done by 50 past.
Okay, so you don't need me to finish before that for you. I can finish out.
Not particularly, yeah, you can, if you want to be
Okay.
2 minutes early so you can share in 0.1 and wherever else people can find you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll intro you in about 2 minutes. Get this up. And I think it's weird because I've been communicating with tech people and they've been busy. So I think your title is like 3 different things on 3 different pages. It was just truth. There was the truth is this thing and this thing for the truth or something. So I get it all.
Well, I'm pretty responsible for that, really, aren't I? I've just stuck my nail in and stayed. Thanks for being flexible on it.
Yeah, well, it's ultra flexible. So no one knows what it's called. Something about the truth and listening. How's your weekend been, by the way? It's
Lovely. I'm in South Germany and it's lovely and hot.
I thought
I'm
you were
swimming today.
here. So. Down the river there, one of the rivers.
A lake, actually.
Lake, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's a big lake. Hundreds of Germans.
Nothing worse. No, I'm just kidding, Germans in the room. It's just a joke.
Watch out, Steve. I like Germans.
Yeah, we all love
I've been
Germans.
working here for a long time. I've been working here for about 20, 25 years nearly. And I love coming here.
Yeah.
Hello, Laura. Thanks for showing up. Anyone else who's willing to switch their camera on so that I don't feel like I'm just talking to some weird cyber bubble would be much appreciated. And also so that you can just have a little bit of a feeling of being part of something, because that's the truth. You are. So anyone who's willing to, Yolanda, do you want to just tell them again how they can do that? How can you switch your camera on if you want to?
So you can raise a virtual hand. You'll have a hand that says to request interactivity. If you raise a virtual hand or just type yes in the chat, then we will give you video privileges. You like the privileges word there, used it again.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Very tempting. Susanna, Joshua, hello.
All right. Well,
Hello, Sonia.
I was going to say, Yolanda's going to go
Kathy.
Yeah. Thank you. I shall watch the recording. So thank you very much. I need to go.
Thanks, Yolanda. Enjoy your supper.
I'll introduce you here. So keep getting people popping up saying I want to be on camera. All right, so my pleasure to welcome Adam Barley back to another Embodiment Conference event. He's one of our favourite people here. Adam knew from it. Well, actually, let's just go over the background. He's a founder of Zero One and a dance teacher, along with just movement teacher, perhaps we can say, in general, movement meditation. Adam knew from
I prefer
very early
movement
days.
teacher, really.
Yeah. So I'm going to get that updated because I know you do.
Thank you, Steve.
So from an early age, he sort of started discovering what was the first glimpse of the truth, which is what you'll be speaking about today. The truth is listening, or the truth. And with 40 years of experience in meditation, embodiment, where he had a long apprenticeship or learning with 5 Rhythms, training with Gabrielle Roth, and getting a worldwide reputation for teaching powerfully transformative workshops. So having understood Euler's identity, and his work is now coming of age in his In Zero One, integrating meaning into an understanding of human nature and bringing the worlds of science and spirituality along with personal and collective evolution together. So great to have you for another session, Adam.
Thank you, Steve. So, am I on? Yeah, there's the right button. Sorry, now I can see. Thanks for the thumbs up. Nice to have thumbs up. It's nice to have some kind of sense of interaction. Like, I don't mind if it's thumbs up or thumbs down, actually, or anything. It's nice to have some kind of interaction so that this isn't just a consumer product. Aren't you sick of consumer products? I feel like consumer products are like, okay, it's useful to be able to buy things and get things and take things and consume things, no doubt. I just had a delicious dinner. That was good to consume. But if we're attending to self-care, in my opinion, in my experience, one of the deeper ways in which we can be involved in caring for ourselves is to be part of something and to be co-creating something. And that is just so much more satisfying and enjoyable, and I would even say soulful. I'd use the word soulful. It's so much more soulful to be involved in something that is a co-creation. If I can see some of you, which I can, thank you for switching your cameras on, then that just helps me to feel like, oh yeah, because I will actually notice you. Like, I've got my contact lenses in, so, I can actually see something. I'm getting to the age where I can't if I don't have those on, not my glasses. So I can see you, and we're going to be doing a little bit of movement at some point, and it helps to just get a sense of feedback. And having been through the last 6 months of working online a lot, I found it quite extraordinary how we can have some sense of something real happening between people, even when we're stretched around the world. And I know some of you as far away as California there, and Sonia, you're up late in Russia. Thank you for being here. So we've really got a big span of time zones. And great. That's kind of magic. So listening for the truth has been a big theme in my life, I can tell you. And I feel like it's a big theme for us collectively right now. It's actually pretty hard to know what's true a lot. We're sort of bombarded with this avalanche of information. And I feel like a big part of what we need to do in order to look after ourselves is to be able to listen for what is my next step right now with integrity. What can I do, or how can I be, or what can I say that would be healthy for me and my environment, people and natural world, like all of it. And I don't think those two things are very often mutually exclusive. Like really, if we're going to move through the world in a way that is healthy for the big picture, which includes myself, then it's so mysterious. Like, how on earth do we do that? There's far too much information to figure it out logically, in my opinion. Not to mention the fact that so much of the information coming to us in that more sort of logical left brain way is suspect anyway. Like, who knows? Who knows what's true in that outer information way? So this session is focused on tuning in to listen to the kind of felt sense in your body of what's true. The felt sense in your body of what would be not only truth in the sense of knowing, but a true move. Like when you've got a bow and arrow and you shoot true, it means you shoot like right on target. There's that other use of the word true. Or I think, do you talk about truing a blade? I can't remember. There's other ways of using that word true, aren't there, that mean accurate in the sense of accurate action. And so let's have an experience of listening how to be able to move in a way that is accurate and on track from the standpoint of our organic kind of part of nature, which is ourselves, our body. So we're going to go into movement and spend this time tuning in to this kind of natural, instinctive sense of how to move through the world and how to receive information and digest it and know for what's useful and what's not. Like we were designed to do, we're exquisitely designed to be able to survive on the African savannah or in the jungle in hazardous environments. We're designed to know when there's a predator coming further away than we can consciously hear or see or smell. We're designed with an exquisitely sensitive radar system for our environment. And our access point to that information is inside. It's inside the body. And of course, the problem is most of us are pretty tuned out. We live in a culture where the inner sense of what's happening in the body is pretty tuned out, is drowned out, and is programmed out by so many messages telling us to pay attention to stuff outside. So let's spend some time paying attention to what's inside, listening to what's inside. Makes sense? Would you give me a thumbs up if it makes sense? And I don't know what you could do if it doesn't. Anyone doesn't? Any got any questions at this stage before we get? Thank you, Steve. I love your sense of humor. Does anyone have any questions before we go on? Peter? Is that a question?
Hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I'm cooking now. Will that be a problem during the, tuning in?
No, absolutely not. Love your question.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Great.
Go
Didn't
ahead.
have dinner yet. Thanks.
No problem. So I'm so glad you said that, actually, because that's exactly what I'm looking for and why I prefer to be described as teaching movement than dance. I wouldn't recommend someone really go into some big dance practice while they're cooking dinner, but you can do your movement practice while you're cooking dinner. Absolutely. In fact, I would highly recommend you do your movement practice when you're cooking dinner, if you're keen on that. If you've had a good experience doing movement practice in a class or something, don't stop there. Do it all the time. Make your meditation a constant practice. Why not? If it's good and it works like it should be something that we can just be in all the time. It's just a question of remembering. So let's remember, to remember, to rejoin inner sense. Did you want to say something else, Peter?
Yeah, thanks a lot. And since this is self-care weekend, yeah, I need to get some food too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to what we're gonna do.
Cool.
Good luck.
Thanks, Peter. Enjoy your meal. So take a deep breath. And again, breathe in. Long exhale. Long, relaxed exhale. And then just look away from the screen. Look at something in your room. Like you pick something that maybe it's been there and you haven't looked at it properly for a while, and just really look at it. And maybe as you look at this thing, you can feel your own body while you're seeing this object. And then there's some sense of your relationship to that object across the room, through the space. You literally practice that for a moment. Stay looking, or you can shift to something else if you like. But stay looking at something and practicing being aware of your body, even whilst you're paying attention to this other thing. Sometimes continuing to breathe a little more fully or deeply than usual can help you to stay aware of your body. You just shift to something else, look at something else. Maybe you can even feel a subtle change in the sense of your body as you're looking at something else. And then this is probably the hardest thing of all. You look back at the screen, and can you stay aware of your body? Oh, that's a challenge. Relatively. Much easier with. Okay. And taking your time and stand up. Or if you've got any kind of physical disability and you need to stay seated, you can. You can continue taking part seated, but I would recommend you stand up. And anyone else who wants to add your camera so we can see you, you'd be most welcome. And if you feel like, oh, actually now I feel really shy, I want to turn my camera. We are going to move a bit. So you're really welcome to turn it off again. No pressure either way, but you're very welcome if you're willing to be part of this and co-create. So now you're standing again, look away from the screen. Or even close your eyes, actually. In fact, let's do that. You just close your eyes. And again, sense into your body. That your body's in a different shape. You feel the way that your weight is distributed down through your hips, your legs, your feet. Maybe continuing to breathe a little deeper and fuller than usual. To feel in, sense into your body. And very gently let your weight shift from one side to the other, one foot to the other. And if you like, you can open your eyes, or if you like, you can keep them closed. So do look after yourself. If you feel you're in any danger of toppling over, for goodness sake, open your eyes. Or you can keep them closed if you feel safe doing that, you like being with eyes closed. Play with your sense of balance and shifting your weight from side to side, even a little bit forwards, back, experiment with turning, twisting a little bit to the right or left. And all the time sensing in, literally feel how that little bit of movement affects your body. Maybe you can notice that when you're shifting side to side, actually everything is involved. You might think it's only your feet, legs, and maybe hips, but notice shifts of balance and tension and muscle tone in back, belly, your chest, arms and hands. Even the balance of your head. You let that go very slightly one side or the other. And you can do this even if you're stirring a saucepan, cooking your dinner, during the washing up, whatever you're doing. Just maybe if you're driving a car, just steady on. Keeping a sense of your feet, just take some steps around your room. And let your feet explore the available space to move in. So if you're like me, a very little space, friend's apartment in Freiburg in Germany, space doesn't matter, it's fine. Step sideways, backwards, forwards, round and round. Explore how far you can go with feet. Yeah, obviously you can see and know with your head how far you can go, but literally give your feet an experience of how far they can go. And you can explore as much as you're comfortable to or willing to or curious to, different speeds as well. Different sizes of steps, paces. And as you go, begin to involve your arms and hands. If you're involved in some other activity, dinner or whatever, you can just like do what you're doing, but notice the feeling in your body as you're doing it. If you're free to move around, then use your feet and legs and arms and hands as well to explore the space you have. And look, like reach out and touch things. Go right to the edge. Go to your edges, inhabit the middle, explore your space. Breathing fully, deeply, well, helps to sense and stay in touch with the feeling of your body. You breathe plenty. Exploring space in all dimensions. So you could even reach down to the floor, touch that with your hands as well. You've got a sofa, like you could roll on it. Get more and more experimental. How many different ways can you move around? Involve your shoulders as well, and hips. All the time sensing into what it feels in your body to be moving. Including now really the center line of your body. Your spine, back, belly, your chest. Letting your head be part of the movement experience you're having. So your whole body's moving around and through your space. Touching things if you want, going down on the floor, maybe. If you're with other people, you can move around each other, interact. Of course, you're using your eyes the whole time as well. Letting that become more gentle. Taking your time to come to a point where things can slow right down again. So that you can actually come to pause somewhere. If that feels okay, or if your body's like still itching to move, like really go ahead. Really stay true to yourself. But if it feels okay to you, just go right down until you come to a pause, and maybe close your eyes again and listen. Not so much with your ears as with your whole being. Listen to the sense of being you as a physical creature. And whatever that does feel like for you, see if you can just make space for it. Maybe you got kind of thoughts come through like, oh, I shouldn't feel like that or stuff. No. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever you feel. Just open out, make space for that with curiosity, allowing just you as you are to be experienced as a physical being. You're listening to that sense of self experience. And then we're going to go back into movement again in a moment. And you may want to do that just with a completely open investigation or open curiosity to whatever shows up in your experience. And you may want to use this next segment of movement experience to question or investigate some specific issue that you are faced with in your life right now. Maybe you've got a decision that is difficult for you, or a relationship situation that you're stuck with. Some kind of thing going on in your life where you're finding yourself seeking for the truth, or seeking for an action that is true to you. Not that you'll definitely get the kind of logical, clear answer that you want. You might, but you also might not. But you might have the possibility to just investigate the field of that question or that dilemma, and give yourself the chance to experience it in a more embodied and less heady way. So if there is something like that, maybe just articulate it to yourself. Make that journey, do that course, whatever. What am I going to do with him or her? Articulate that for yourself. Or if it's just an open space, and you're happy to just investigate and have a movement experience without any specific question, then you could just take a breath, and a few times you could just say to yourself, okay, I'm willing to listen to whatever shows up. So, whatever it is that you're going to dedicate this next 15 minutes to, you can just begin to let the sense of that question or that dilemma or that openness to listening to whatever comes, just let that be your focus. You take a breath and let yourself go into movement just so gentle, like you're wriggling your way into your experience. And allowing the sense of that question or that openness, listening, allowing it to circulate through your body. Like to start that sense of circulating movement happening with your arms and hands, or it could be your belly. And you could let your feet start circulating around the room. Finding some way to get into what you're in as a moving experience. And you can go as fast or as slow, as big or as small as you feel to. You can involve your breath in the sense that you're moving with your breath. So that all the time, while you're moving, you're listening to the felt sense of your physical experience. Any way that your body feels like moving, allow it. Maybe there's moments where you want to slow right down. Or moments when you want to just let it rip. You're much bigger. Maybe you even want to use your voice. As your body needs to make sound. Moan or shout or cry out or say yes. And as you move more and more, you'll probably get more and more of a sense of your body, how you're feeling, and let that feeling or feelings find expression through your movement. So if you feel joyful and released, then let that come out through your movement. Or if you feel uptight and tense, go into it. Explore it. If you feel angry, let it show. Let it come out of your body. Whatever you feel, give it to your movement. Let the whole body get expressive and heat up. The body's got its own wisdom of how to move. Trust it. Explore it. Follow it. Anytime you feel to, you let the whole body just release itself. Just let go. Trust the movement that comes. Trust your feet. Letting go of trying to control the body, rather let it do its thing. Let your whole body go. Follow your feet wherever they want to go. Release the weight of your body, the weight of your head. Yeah, follow whatever changes. Go with it. Go with it. Stay aware of your breath. Stay aware of your whole body. Your back, your feet, the top of your head, your arms and hands. Notice the space you're in again. Move with everything. If you're with other people in the room, you can move with them. Or if you want, you can move with me. Pick something to relate to. Move with that. Staying aware of your body. Well, aware of your body, giving your attention to something else. Yeah, trust the way it comes through. Trust the way movement comes through you right now. Maybe a flurry of shaking just comes through you. Or maybe you want to go down to the ground. Maybe you want to be completely still for a moment. Maybe you want to pick something up and throw it. Trust what comes. Be true to yourself. That's all it is. Trusting that your body knows how to be true to itself. And that's you being true to yourself. Whole body. That's the tips of your fingers. Deep into your belly. Soles of your feet. Of your back. The ebb and flow of your breath. Staying aware of the whole of you, allowing whatever still wants to move. And as the movement gets more subtle, quiet, what can you hear in the sense of soulful listening, like listening with your whole being? So I'm listening to my whole being. You can listen to your whole being. What is it saying? You pay attention through your body, through your embodied experience of being right now. If you were investigating a specific question or dilemma, a choice, pay attention to that. What do you know? What does it feel like now? Does it look now? Or if you've just been in open listening investigation, what can you sense? What can you see? What do you know? What is your body telling you now? You might want to close your eye. You might want to just hold yourself, put your hands on your belly, your chest, wrap your arms around yourself. Feeling it, like what would feel good right now? What shape does your body want to be in? Listening for what's true right now, inside. Stay with it. Stay with the inside. Mind chatter takes you for a moment. When you remember, just come back deeper, go deeper than the mind. Listen into the body. With the breath. And then prepare yourself to change state. And just come back and sit together for a few minutes before it's time to go. So let's take a deep breath or two. When you're ready, gently open your eyes if that feels okay. And if you really want to just stay inside, totally ignore me, then please do. But I'm just going to invite you to, as much or as little, as often or as seldom as you choose. So lovely to see you there. As much or as often, as little as you choose. You can tune in like that. I'll give you a little example. Like an hour before the session started, I'm staying with friends in Germany, and they weren't ready to eat. Partner had prepared a whole feast for us, and they weren't ready to eat. I just had this feeling, God, I want to start, and it was a little socially unacceptable. I felt I'm staying in these friends' apartment, and we're going to all eat together, but time was dragging on, and I really had this feeling like, no, I want to eat now. I could feel it in my body. I just didn't feel comfortable waiting, and I did. I went ahead and I just ate my food, and before the others were ready, and as soon as I started eating, I realized actually I really want to eat alone because I'm preparing for this session, and it felt much better to just eat quietly by myself. And then when the others eventually came and joined the table, it was totally fine. I hadn't offended anybody. It was all good. And it would have been so easy to not listen to that sense of what my body needed, or which was actually what I needed as a whole being, not just my body. It would have been so easy to do the socially acceptable thing and wait until everyone was ready to eat together. And I'm so glad I didn't. It was so what I needed. And that's the kind of thing, it's so easy to get tripped out by what we think we should be doing. And it's not really true. And in my experience, the sense of one's body, while it doesn't always take us into safe waters, it can definitely take us to challenging experiences. We really listen to a felt sense of what's true. It's not always, it's kind of a case of like, it's going to give you what you need more than what you want. And that can be socially difficult, and that can be personally challenging. But in my experience, it's like gold dust, just like, it's so the way to go. And a little movement practice like that can totally help. So those of you who had your camera on, bless you for giving me a sense of not being totally alone in some weird cyber bubble. And I know there's a load of other people here just watching. Thank you for being here anyway. It really is super that you're here. And I know there's people watching on Facebook live stream and everything. So everyone who's watching now and people in the recordings, bless you. I hope you can just take something from that and listen for what's true. I think that's it. I don't need to say anything else, and I think that's time up. Precisely. Oh my God, I'm dead on. Dave, is there anything you want to add? Oh, I should mention my website, shouldn't I? My website, my work is called Zero One, and if you want to know why, there's a film about it, and my website is just inzero.one. That's inzero.one, and you can find stuff there. I've got a YouTube channel, 01 in Practice. On YouTube, loads of good stuff there. I'm on Vimeo with a really good film that took me about a year to make, and it's brilliant. You should go and watch it. About maths, movement, and mysticism. Yeah, that's it. That's my self-promo thing. And Steve, anything when you add? Thanks for hosting us.
Just the standard, yeah. Just do check out that, and do check out the video on Vimeo as well that Adam released. I think it was about a month ago or something like that. And yeah, it's just bloody awesome. I've been sitting at the seat all day. I was, glancing at the screen, but there's something about just moving and just paying attention without any of the outside stuff that's often done in that sort of sense, like with music or something. Paying your attention to one drive, bloody incredible. And it looks like so the film is on Adam's website, so you can link it straight from there if you want to do it. No problems finding it. Just go to Inzero.one. And yeah, we'll wrap things. We've got one more session left with Jenny McGrath. So again, thank you to Adam, and share a bit of love there in the chat. And I will share these little linky things that I'm meant to keep sharing. I'm sure everyone here has heard them 3,000 times today. But anyway, we'd love if you joined our conference group. Presenters share there once a month, so I'm sure that Adam can share some stuff over there if he's doing events as well. And also, I'm looking for the links now. They've been lost again, so I'll just talk about them, then I'll post them. So you can join the conference group, which would be great. You can also join the embodiment circles, which have just being offered for free, or in the Facebook group. That's what I've just copied in there. Join the embodiment circles. They've got some awesome stuff, and there's a lot of teachers from the embodiment conference who actually be on those as well. So like Paul Linden's on Wednesday night. There's like Eva Fenrich as well, David. I think it's quite a few presenters will be offering them for free throughout each day, so it's well worth checking out if you want to get some practice in every day. And share the conference with your friends. We'd absolutely love that, because if everyone shares it with one friend, then we're going to double the number of people on it, aren't we? I mean, you might have those friends might not be mutually exclusive. You might share it with the same friend, so maybe not, but you know what I mean. And lastly, if you want the recordings of this, along with all the recordings of the entire conference, there's a special offer right now that also includes guided tutorial groups. So that means that you'll get some extra help trying to work out how the hell you can order Adam and 999 other presenters over 10 minutes. So if you're interested, want to have an actual library that's sorted out nicely with different levels, please do that. And go to E0.1. So Adam, next time. Lovely having you back.
Thank you. Okay. Love you too, Susanna, Steve, Joshua. Hi, Kata. Hi, all of you. Okay, thanks a lot, Steve. Take care. Bye.
Catch us. See you on Jenny's session next round.